How hard was it to get Wu-Tang Forever done? It was such a long wait. I remember
we had to do all the other records first. So, but then I didn't realize that Leo was like saying, "All right, Meth, we'll give you X, Y, Z. We'll double it, this, that, or whatever." But you know what? I take my hat off to RZA and Divine, RZA's brother, you know, for keeping their word.
And like, was it always because back then when you would sell a double album, it would count as 2.
Yeah.
Was that always the plan?
No, they asked for a lot of money, which I got them. And then
like, well, if we're gonna do this, we gotta I need two discs worth of shit. And it was such a different album too.
You know what? If they made it into just one album, it would have been ridiculous. But this is where, and we talk about it all the time, and I'll take some of the blame. We had this Rage Against the Machine tour.
I mean, I got that there.
And they weren't getting paid a lot of money. And I'll tell you a crazy story about this date. 2 seconds.
Okay.
They weren't getting paid a lot of money.
Rage is the headliner.
Rage is the headliner, and they weren't getting paid. But you see that where it says Illinois?
Mm-hmm.
If we did the Midwest, we would have sold 20 million albums. Because it was all like Nebraska, like the whitest of white. And even when you went to the show this past Friday, it was 85% white.
Yeah.
It would have been the biggest hip hop album of all time, guaranteed. And they quit
because there's just not enough money.
So this day, 2 things happened on this day. My grandfather passed, not that year, but on August 29th.
Okay.
And then I just get home from my honeymoon.
Okay.
And I get a phone call, and they beat shit out of one of my employees at the show.
Wu-Tang. Okay.
And he was wrong. What Wu-Tang wasn't actually wrong.
So your employee fucked up.
He went on the air, on the radio, and says, "Come to my after party. I'm the original after party, not Raekwon."
Somebody who's not in the group.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a problem.
So that was the first call I got on that day, on that show.
Crazy. Yeah, it's funny. I remember seeing, like, as a kid, you know, MTV News and Kurt Loder talking about this tour, and you know, Wu-Tang Forever, it felt like such a just huge event. It was like, you know, it was such a big deal. And then, you know, Triumph ends up being it's the song they closed the tour out with.
Yeah.
Right? And how expensive was that video?
That was the first $1 million hip hop video of all time.
It felt like it. Because at that time, that was before the Victory video.
Yeah.
That felt like the craziest video I'd ever seen in my life when I was a kid. I'm like, this is fucking it. It's
Brett,
7-minute song.
Brett Ratner, who was just coming off Rush Hour and Money Talks, directed the video.
$1 million. What do you? I mean, I don't know if you remember the specifics or care to share, but what the total budget was for marketing alone for that album?
It had to be close to him. I mean, $1 million. The video is
the video's only $1 million, or the video's $1 million.
So probably another $1 million.
Jesus, that's crazy. $2 million.
$2 million. We scanned 800,000.
Week one.
We debuted #1 around the world, like in 95% of the world. So 800,000 times $10, well, times $20. This was a double album. So
yeah, it's interesting.
So 20 was like $16 million that we didn't build.
Yeah, I mean, those double albums used to hit you. You'd hit that Sam Goody, be like, oh, damn. Guess I'm gonna, Or you'd wait for that shit to get used. You know what I mean? At the warehouse, you'd be like, all right, it's used. I could get it. That's crazy. Triumph, was that? I can just imagine, like, you guys probably, did you guys put much of an effort into pushing that record to radio? There's, like you said, no hook, 7 minutes long.
No, we didn't do, the only thing we did was college radio. Brian, were you still at Gavin at 97? You in New York? Where, Virgin? Mercury? All we cared about was college radio and mix show.
Yeah, I mean, with the song.
Who replaced you? Kelly, right?
Probably did a much better job. He said never. Yeah, it's just Triumph is one of them. I would say, there's this 50 New York list that has gone viral again. It's 2 years old, but it's like, how's Inspected Deck, who's got arguably two of the greatest verses of all time, Triumph,
Cream.
I also think the Above the Clouds verse on the Gangstar album is up. It's up in the rafters. How do you not have and then the Czarface shit? He's like, how do you not have Inspected Deck on fucking? It's crazy.